For over 20 years, Resident Evil has been scaring players with its unique blend of survival horror, action, adventure, and intrigue. Behind the games is a complex timeline and lore built off the backs of the games, books, animated movies, manga, and stage plays. Over the course of this series, I will be looking at the canon timeline of the Resident Evil franchise from 1998 to 2018. This is the history of Resident Evil. Ten years before the events in and around Raccoon City, Umbrella Corporation executive and general manager of the then defunct Umbrella Research Center, Dr. James Marcus, was assassinated on the orders of one of Umbrella's founders, Oswald E. Spencer. His body was dumped into a nearby treatment plant in the facility. Along with his body, Marcus's prized experiment, the Queen Leech, was also dumped, and thanks to this, it began to assimilate itself into his corpse. After 10 years of gestating, Marcus was resurrected by the Queen Leech, which began attacking Umbrella labs in and around the Arklay Mountains as an act of vengeance against Umbrella for James Marcus's death. At the time of the attacks, Umbrella virologist William Birkin and Albert Wesker were tasked with reopening the abandoned research center and return it to its original use, an executive training site. Wesker and Birkin's first and second investigation units were lost to the bioorganic weapons, or BOWs, that Marcus had released along with his own leeches. Because of this, contact between Birkin, Wesker, and the facility were lost. Unaware of these events, the Ecliptic Express, a luxurious train used by Umbrella employees, was sent down to the research center filled with new research personnel to fill the spots of the newly reopened facility. At 8:17 on the 23rd of July, the resurrected James Marcus attacked the train with his leeches, infecting the train's entire complement of personnel as well as releasing an experimental BOW codenamed Stinger. 2 hours later, Raccoon City Special Tactics and Rescue Service, STARS, sent their Bravo team to investigate a series of bizarre killings within the forests around the Arklay Mountains. The team's chopper failed and they made an emergency landing. Intent on investigating the nearby Spencer mansion, the team deviated from the plan after finding an abandoned military police convoy and their prisoner, 2nd Lieutenant Billy Cohen, missing. Bravo team captain Enrico Marini's team searched the area and the squad's rookie medic, Rebecca Chambers, found her way onto the nearby Ecliptic Express. Mere minutes after breaching the train's compartments, Rebecca came into contact with the zombified passengers and discovered the escaped Billy Cohen hiding on the train. Chambers tries to arrest Billy, but he is left to escape as STARS officer Edward Dewey enters, only to die from his Cerberus dog bites from outside. As Rebecca searches the train, Wesker and Birkin send in the USS Delta team to regain control of the train and move it from the forest. The USS team is immediately attacked and killed by Marcus's leeches, which killed and infected most of them. Thanks to the train being started, it accelerated towards the research center uncontrolled. Rebecca and a returning Billy managed to access the engine compartment and planned on using the emergency brakes, and during their mission to use the brakes, Chambers was forced to kill the now zombified Edward. The brakes were activated, but it was too late to stop the train and it crashed hard into the research center, leaving only Billy and Rebecca left alive. Having survived the crash, Billy and Rebecca make their way into the Umbrella Research Center, where they learn about Dr. James Marcus. Wesker and Birkin are alerted to them arriving and also the resurrected Marcus, who reveals he is the one who unleashed the T-virus into the area and took over the train. Billy and Rebecca meanwhile face the released BOWs that await them as they try and escape the research facility. Birkin and Wesker meanwhile know if Spencer's assassination of Marcus is revealed to the public, then it will be the end of Umbrella. Wesker intends to leave Umbrella behind once he has his combat data on the released T-virus. He offers Birkin a spot with him, but Birkin won't leave, since his work on the G-virus isn't done. In the meantime, to deal with the returned Marcus, Birkin suggests they use the facility's self-destruct device to cover up the dealings. After going their separate ways, Wesker fights the escaped T-001 Tyrant and encounters Sergei Vladimir, who was there to punish Wesker for failing to bring the facility online. Wesker is forced to fight Ivan, Vladimir's personal Tyrant bodyguard. During their mission to escape the facility, Rebecca and Billy bond, with Chambers learning Billy was wrongfully imprisoned for not following an order to kill an unarmed village during one of his missions. Eventually, they find their way into the back half of the facility and fight more giant creatures. The duo reunite at a cable car, and Billy is attacked by a zombified monkey, which pulls him into the raging waters below the cable car. Riding the car, Rebecca finds Enrico Marini, who is alive and well and is heading to the old mansion nearby. Rebecca wants to stay and search for Billy, knowing him to still be alive. Leaving Enrico, Rebecca is confronted by the wounded tyrant Wesker Fort. Rebecca defeats the monster and finds Billy nearby, along with more information of Marcus's experiments, finding the BOW dumping site. The tyrant, however, returns and attacks both of them before finally being killed once and for all. Deeper in the facility, Cohen and Chambers find Marcus's labs and more terrifying creations. Marcus appears and mutates into his leech form, attacking Billy and Rebecca. Barely escaping, the duo find their way to a cargo lift that will get them to the surface. Marcus pursues them, now in his Queen Leech form. With only 5 minutes until the self-destruct device activates and destroys the facility, Billy and Rebecca fight off the Queen Leech, learning sunlight hurts the monster. With only seconds to spare, they kill the monster and escape the research center lab before it explodes. Wesker meanwhile survives his fight with Ivan thanks to the facility's self-destruct charges going off. Slipping away, Wesker prepares to dispatch the STARS Alpha team to the area as Sergei and Ivan make off with the Talos experiment. Rebecca and Billy survey the damage and Rebecca lets Billy go, knowing no one will be after him now since no one knows that he's alive and he has a new lease on life. Saluting him, Rebecca makes her way down to the Spencer mansion, where she knows STARS Alpha team and Enrico are waiting. Hey everyone, thanks for watching my newest video. If you enjoyed it, you might also like to check out my other reviews here on my channel. You can also follow me on various social media platforms like Twitter by searching Matt_FOS, or even join the Comic Multiverse Discord server and chat with other comic book fans, including myself and Joel from Cape Joel. Want cheap comics and trades? Head over to the book depository with the link in the description to get the cheapest trades and comics around, along with free shipping anywhere in the world. Until next time, this has been Matt of the Fortress of Solitude. Thank you so much for watching.